Good blessed Tuesday evening, August the 19th, 2025. The time being about 7:09 p.m. I'd like to greet all human beings all around the world. All around the world. All around the world. All around the world. All around the world with the universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. It doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor your religious beliefs may be. It doesn't matter whether you the richest to the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter whether you the proclaimed toughest to the proclaimed weakest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter if you my family, friends, nor my proclaimed enemies. It doesn't matter whether you like me or anything that I say or produce. That's your prerogative. You have a First Amendment to the United States Constitution. A freedom of press, a freedom of speech, a freedom to associate, a freedom to gather, a freedom to protest, as long as you do it in a non-violent, peaceful manner. Now, I like to say just a few things. You know, lately, if some of y'all know, I've been going back to all of my children's mothers and some of the females that was in my life. And I don't regret any of them. Love all of my children the same. Love all of my grandchildren the same. Love all of my great-grandchildren the same. Love all of my family and friends, even though some family don't feel the same. And that's their prerogative. I said all that in the beginning. You see, I don't live to have somebody love me. I live to do the work that God has set out for me. You see, sometime when you're in a relationship, it may not be a permanent relationship, whether you married, whether you produce children in that particular relationship, whether you produce real strong feelings. When God said it's time to depart, you got to be strong enough, whether your partner is not strong enough. You got to be strong enough to say, peace, be still, and go on about your mission. Some people, they misunderstand. As I travel this nation, I see some people misunderstand certain things. Now, in my day when I was coming up, gangsters didn't do this type of stuff that these individuals call themselves doing today. You see what I'm saying? Disrespecting their elders. You see what I'm saying? Cussing out their parents. Misusing and abusing people, especially in the black community. You see what I'm saying? Gangsters didn't allow that. You see what I'm saying? But some people today, they think, as I travel, especially down here in southeast Missouri, and then I look in Chicago, those individuals in Chicago that's doing all that killing, carjacking, they not no gangsters. It's two words for them. You see what I'm saying? Two words for them. They bullies and cowards. You see, because when they run up on the wrong person to try to carjack, when they run up on the wrong person to try to rob, you see, if their family have life insurance on them, more than likely AR Links would have some business. That's one of the biggest funeral homes in Chicago, Illinois. They scratch from the suburbs to the inner city. 87 in Cottage Grove. Another thing is, some people think Especially I learned that down here in Charleston, Missouri, the 29 years I've been down here. Some people think because you alone or you appear to be alone and they look at your age and your size, they determine this individual is a coward. Sometimes when they see you allow somebody to do something physically to you, assault you, they feel if you ain't retaliated and planted them in the ground, that you a coward. Those that know me, they know that I'm far from that. Mr. and Mrs. Ivy, I'm speaking of my parents, Ivies, they didn't raise their 9 children to be cowards. If I wish to act the way I want to act, it wouldn't be the way that God want me to act. God want me to act the way I'm acting now. You see what I'm saying? God want me to let time take care of itself. Time take care of my attackers. Time, in due time, it'll be a turnaround for some people. And I done seen it. Some people that has been attacking me, some people that would declare themselves my enemies, we shake hands and talk now. You see, God give me a spirit of discernment. Some of y'all don't know what a spirit of discernment is. See, some of these people down here, in my lifetime, I wouldn't gather together with no more because I done did it before with them several times in several different settings. And God, the spirit of discernment that God put on me, he let me see that they're not for change for other people in the community. They are change for their family and friends. You see what I'm saying? All you have to do is look. You see, you get millions of dollars, some of y'all from selling dope, some of y'all from raping the government programs, these grant programs, federal government grant programs, and y'all have some of the people fooled because you give them hamburgers and hot dogs once or twice out of a year. You give them a backpack once or twice out of the year. You have a little basketball game once or twice out of the year. But what are you teaching these children? Is when they get older and y'all get too old to be raping the community or selling dope to our community, you give backpacks to the kids, but you give their mothers and grandmothers and their sisters and brothers and their cousins and their aunties dope. You give them heroin mixed with fentanyl and they OD. And then you at the funeral like you really caring about the children. Y'all know who I'm talking about. If the shoe fit, wear it. You see, y'all talking about me, if the shoe fit, wear it, but all you have to do is look. You see, I ain't made no phone call to these different states. Man, send a couple of brothers down here. We got to take care of some business. I ain't picked up now one of them things, and I'm a sharpshooter. You see what I'm saying? I ain't ran up to nobody's mama, their daddy, or their grandparents' door. You see what I'm saying? And kicked it in. All right now, that ain't me. You know, I came down here for a reason, and I tried to leave like Jonah tried to leave when God told him to go to Nineveh. But every time I try to leave, something happens. But when I went up to Chicago this month, in August, the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th, I was able to sit back, sleep in the house of my one of my we brothers really, He's a retired Don. Him and his wife, they treated me raw. It made me feel like when Malcolm X went over to Saudi Arabia and some of them other third world countries, and he said some of the Muslims over there with blue eyes and blonde hair allowed him to sleep in their palaces. My brother don't have blue eyes or blonde hair, nor do his wife. Had another homie that attorney flew in from another state. We sat down and broke bread together. Homie told me, he said, don't you worry about your traveling expenses, your gas. He said, I got you. See, I didn't go up there asking for nothing, but it was given to me because they appreciate something some of the people down here, if the shoe don't fit, don't wear it. Some of the people down here that don't appreciate what I done did in the 29 years. God appreciated, that's why he allowed me to get debt free. God appreciated, that's why he allowed me to buy my two daughters on their 19th and 20th birthday on July the 19th and July the 26th to buy them a car they choice, paid for. Even though I had two other vehicles, God allowed me to get myself another vehicle, paid for. That's how God worked. But I'm going to leave y'all with this here. I didn't come down here to harm nobody but Satan, the devil. I didn't come down here to stir up no trouble but with Satan, the devil. The Satan can be behind the pork pit. You see, Pharaoh come in all different colors. Pharaoh can be a superintendent at a school. Pharaoh can be a superintendent at a penitentiary. Pharaoh can be a chief of police. Pharaoh can be a sheriff. Pharaoh can be the head of the NAACP. Pharaoh can be some of these individuals that have these government programs and you thinking they doing something for you and your children. Pharaoh can be some of these dope dealers that's running around with these big cars, owning all these houses, having all these businesses, and give you a meal, and you think they doing something for you. But you go back and look at your mama and daddy. You go back and look at your sister. Well, if the shoe fit, wear it. I done seen some of my family members die because of some of these coward-ass dope dealers. Some of these coward-ass individuals call themselves gangsters out here shooting and arm robbing people. Some of these same individuals that got these government programs, some crooked law enforcement officials, some crooked judges. But if you notice, I stand up against all of them. Out of all the individuals I stand up against in this nation, only one particular place full of criminals, and that's the Charleston, Missouri Housing Authority and the C.F. Bowen Center. That's the only place in the world that I'm banned from. They said I'm a threat to some. If I'm a threat to them, I'll be a threat to the courts and everything else. You know why I'm a threat to them? Because they misusing and abusing people. If you run in the Housing Authority and you're going to bar me because I'm exercising my First Amendment right, videoing people tearing up my bushes. I'm living in a private house and people in the Housing Authority tearing up my bushes and y'all ain't doing a damn thing about it. They come beating on my door. They come attacking my children and y'all see it on the video. Police or nobody else, the Housing Authority ain't do nothing. Then I complain to St. Louis, to HUD, and then HUD come back to the Charleston, Missouri Housing Authority and bring my complaint. Then you bar me. But you didn't bar me legal. See, I can go and get an attorney and get into, I can't even go into my civic center. I can't go into two places where black people fought for civil rights, the Helen Kern Center and the C.F. Bowen Center, which is our civic center here in Charleston, Missouri. You know why? Because them Negroes that's in that 700 Cy Williams Avenue or Cy Williams Street or Elm Street, along with the people that's running the Charleston, Missouri Housing Authority, all of them together, they NAACP, they Stellar Consulting, they Fresh Start, Self-Improvement Center, and a whole bunch of other sellout Negroes that's in there. I was in NAACP, but I let my membership lapse. My daughters let theirs lapse because the NAACP is working hand in hand with these people that bar me. But why would they? But these same people that's standing up against me, they had an individual that raped a 7-year-old girl driving a bus, a dope dealer that put hit out on other people, a female that let 2 people that had guns into a club that shot 16 people and killed 2, but they let them drive around in their van. That's Fresh Start Self-Improvement Center to go pick up our children. But then when I complain about it, I get assaulted by one of the individuals. You see what I'm saying? That's what type of people we dealing with down here. But that's what they want. You see, long as they don't mess with me and my children, if they want dope dealers and rapists and people that let people in places that's shooting and killing people, then them they kids. That's why I took mine out to Charleston R1 school district once they completed kindergarten and 1st grade. And look how good they doing now. They've been working since they 16. I'm going to leave y'all with this here. Some of y'all that I be seeing when I be parked certain places, you following me, you got a right to do that. But when you approach me and you already threatened me, I'm going to deaden you. Peace be still.